Hello everyone and welcome to The Agenda.
Live on TV2 at 9 p.m. EST on Thursdays during the fall and spring semesters and streaming on CountWire.com. I'm your host, Alex Gray.
And I'm your host, Airbud 2 Golden Receiver. Alex and I are very excited to finally be back after the long winter break.
Actually, I was happy being able to have some free time to myself. I even got to go to Danny's holiday party.
Danny had a party?
No.
Are you serious?
Aaron, you don't even like parties.
But I like being invited to things.
Oh, come on. You were just talking about how you got a new puppy. Most people would kill a person for a puppy.
Well, yeah, but... Wait, are you saying that you would kill someone for a puppy?
I'm not saying that.
Have you killed someone for a puppy?
Okay, well, legally, I'm not supposed to disclose that kind of information. And on that note, let's get into some of our readers.
Okay, a chemical found in McDonald's French fries has been shown to have grown hair follicles in mice, which might mean a possible cure to baldness has been found. In other studies, Taco Bell has been found to cure clinical depression in 2 out of 12 Agenda cast members.
According to the band Toto, Africa is now a millennial anthem after 35 years. The song has become such an obsession that there is a website playing the song on a continual loop and a Twitter account that tweets lyrics from the song every 3 hours. At least we know that in 35 years from now, Nickelback and One Direction will have a chance to make a comeback in the next generation.
New York lawmakers proposed a bill this week requiring laundry detergent like Tide Pods to look less edible. The legislators said the pods look like gummy bears and suggested changing the colors from blue and green to brown. I appreciate the concern, but I already have enough indistinct brown substances on my clothes already.
David Muller, the DJ who lost his job after sexually assaulting Taylor Swift, has started a new job. Muller now works for a small-town radio station in Mississippi called Jackson and John Bob Morning Show. Meanwhile, Taylor is on her 5th world tour. I guess justice really is Swift. The Agenda will be right back.
Indra Nooyi, the female CEO of PepsiCo, pitched the idea to develop a version of Doritos specifically for women. Here to talk about it is Kelsey Jones, a member of the first focus group that tested the product.
Hi, Aaron. I'm so excited to be here tonight and hype up this awesome new product. I even brought samples for everyone to try after the show.
Oh, that's very thoughtful of you. I'm sure all the women on this show will be happy to try it.
Oh, don't worry, Aaron. You can try them too. I know the name doesn't sound like it, but Doritos for her don't discriminate, unlike its manly counterpart.
I mean, what makes these new Doritos so different from the original kind? What was the problem before?
Well, as a woman, my first problem with the original Dorito is the size. They're way too big for my tiny lady hands. Doritos for her are specifically tailored for the small curves of a woman's touch.
Okay, I can see that, kind of. So why didn't they just make the same Doritos but smaller?
I am so glad you asked. This brings me to my next point, cheese fingers. There's nothing more disgusting than getting cheese dust all over your fingers than having to lick it right off. And then it still leaves that orange residue. Lady Reeds don't have any seasoning on it.
So it's essentially just a tiny tortilla chip?
Oh, no. A tortilla chip has that obnoxious crunch. Doritos have now been engineered to have the crunch right out of that chip. Doritos for her are suitable for eating in a quiet office space.
I mean, I don't think the crunch really bothered anyone before.
You know what did bother people, though?
No, enlighten me.
The size of the bag. And those bags were way too loud. Definitely not suitable for carrying in a purse. Until now.
That's it?
Well, it's a prototype, Aaron.
That's definitely just a tiny piece of a corn tortilla in a Ziploc baggie.
Well, maybe you're just not in touch enough with your feminine side to see how revolutionary this product is. I still have to give your feedback to my focus group, though. Thanks for nothing, Aaron.
Wait, we still get the free samples, though, right? We still get those, right?
No. Oh. In a small Utah middle school, there's absolutely no nudity allowed, not even when it's David by Michelangelo. A Utah history teacher was recently fired for showing Renaissance paintings and sculptures that contain nudity. Here to talk about it is the disgraced teacher herself, Becky Wilson.
Hi, Alex. It's just okay to be here.
I understand. It's not under the best circumstances, but can you tell me exactly what happened?
Well, it's basically like you said. I was in our week of art class for my 5th graders, showing them a collection of the most famous art in history, Van Gogh, Monet, old stuff, new stuff. cubism, postmodern classicalism, you name it. But you show one boob in the whole room, riots.
Can I ask which painting in particular got you fired?
The Birth of Venus. Go figure. But listen, while I'm sure my trauma and pain is enjoyable, I have something to do while I'm here.
I don't like it when guests say that.
Listen, I need my job back. I have to prove myself, and why shouldn't the best place be on a public access television show in Ohio? Look, I brought some paintings and I made them kid-friendly so we can all enjoy them.
Oh, God. Okay, let's see what we got.
Perfect. Let's put the first one up.
Oh my goodness, what is he wearing?
Well, I was thinking, like, what kind of outfit would a modern-day David wear, you know? And by looking at him, I think this is pretty accurate.
I mean, you're not wrong. I love the vape. It really puts it all together.
Oh, thank you so much.
Are there others?
Oh, you know there are. Roll it. Frida Kahlo loves showing her breasts in her work, but not in my classroom. This sensible dress works great for any occasion, whether it's a dinner out or a nice walk in the park.
Didn't she have polio? Couldn't she, well, not take long walks in the park?
Doesn't matter. Anyway, this one is my favorite.
What the hell?
This one wasn't hard to change since it's already cubism. I just pixelated it and made more cubes.
Very inventive, but I have to say, what would you do with the Birth of Venus? The one that got you fired?
I'm glad you asked, because this is the piece de resistance. Here she is, Venus.
Oh God, she's alternative.
Yes, she's the perfect foil for David. It's simply magnifique.
You certainly could say that. You could also say that you were fired unfairly and Utah is filled with backwards thinking Mormons, but hey, this works too. Thanks for coming on, Becky.
Anytime.
Anyone know where I can get Venus's outfit? No? Okay.
Priests and churches are in desperate need of exorcists. Apparently, there is a shortage of qualified exorcists around the world. Fear no more, however, because the Vatican is coming out with a new movie to promote being an exorcist. Here's the trailer.
She's nerdy. She's going to a new school and she's possessed by a demon.
Oh man, who is he? He is so cute.
Oh, that's Derek. His dad's a priest. He's like totally hot and totally training to become an exorcist.
Growing up just got harder. Coming this spring, living on a prayer.
What was that? That was my ringtone.
Oh, right on. Hey, do you want to grab coffee later? I have like tons of prayers to memorize before my exam tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
I will rip free of your mortal form. I will dismantle your spine and use the bones to lockpick my way through your nose. I will feast.
So 5:30? Are you gonna answer your phone?
A tale as old as time. An ancient hell beast older than the universe itself. It's gonna be a wild ride.
Hey, do you mind if I practice these chants out loud?
Trump recently made a claim that he was not a feminist, but that he is here for men and women, essentially defining feminism. Amidst the country's confusion, we got a hold of a video from a White House correspondent laying out just what Trump meant by equality.
My name is Barbara Joy.
God!
Trump administration and Donald Trump. Recently, Mr. Trump made a comment about how he is not a feminist, but he believes in the equality of all sexes, men and women. He asked me to make this video for you, informing you what exactly equality is, just to avoid backlash in the future. Mr. Trump believes that men and women are equal. That means they're at the same level. Mr. Trump thinks that men and women should be paid the same for the same job. Donald thinks that...
Hey, Barb, you know that's the definition of feminism, right?
Wait, hold on. Feminism gives women too much power. Equality makes people equal. Trump believes in equality.
United Airlines is dealing with yet another scandal, this time kicking a woman off of a flight even though she was going to see her dying mother. When United was reached for a comment, they said, "Nobody flies for free." Woof. Here to talk more about it is Veronica, the YouTuber.
Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I have another news story for you and I think you're gonna like it. So recently, in the last couple of years, there have been many claims that United Airlines is a corrupt company. And I don't appreciate that because my dad is a United Airlines pilot. And he's cool. Alright. I am sick of people slandering United when I know for a fact that all those scandals that are coming out about United are from Delta Airlines. Delta is an evil corporation. Their signature, their sign, is a triangle. You know where else triangles are? Yeah. The Illuminati. Alright? You know what Delta means in Greek? D. You know where else D's are? The devil. But United? You know where the name United comes from? The United States of America. And there is nothing better than the United States of America. Let me break it down for you, okay? Let me do it. United is Delta. All these scandals, you're remembering them wrong. I'm going to show you that they were all from Delta Airlines. Look at this one. David Dow, a United passenger, was dragged off a plane. Now, after doing some digging on the dark web, I found out that this was not true. If you look at this timestamp from the LA Times, you can see that this was printed at 2:25 p.m. Now let me show you something real special. I found this article from 10 minutes earlier from the Los Angeles Times saying a Delta passenger. Now, coincidence? I think not. Now, United's in a bit of a pickle right now. They've messed up once again, according to you, sheeple. But I have definitive proof that this is simply not true. So, here, from Fox News, a typically reliable source says that United Airlines denied this woman a seat even though she was going to see her dying mother and said that no one flies for free. Well, here, let me show you something. An earlier version actually says that it did not deny her and told her that everyone flies for free. So, I think United's doing a pretty good job. Turns out that this story was taken from 1996 in a Delta scandal. I found it in the Encyclopedia Britannica Delta section. Checkmate, nerds. Now, I know what you're thinking. Veronica, this is silly. How would you even think that? Well, you know how I think it, because I know. I'm on the dark web 24/7. I am the night, and I'm watching, and I know that United and my dad would never do this. My dad is a United Airlines pilot, and he would never pull a scandal, alright? He's a good guy, no matter what Mom says, okay? Anyways, follow my channel for more debunking. in my next video, I'm going to be unboxing this. It's a passport for aliens.
President Donald Trump is in the news again this week after he claimed at the GOP retreat that he was America's best president.
Oh, he can't be serious.
I know, right? I think we can all agree who the best president was.
Obama.
Abraham Lincoln.
No, you didn't.
What do you mean? You mean like invite America's own Abe Lincoln on the desk to talk with us? Of course I did.
Oh, well, this should be interesting.
Yes, hello, yes, you may hold your applause.
No one was applauding.
Oh, yes, thank you.
So, Mr. Lincoln.
That's President Lincoln to you, thank you.
You're not even a sitting president anymore. Also, you're supposed to be dead.
Excuse me, young lady, you know the Emancipation Proclamation was one of the best written documents in U.S. history, so you shall show some respect.
I'm sorry, what?
So, Mr. President, what do you think of Donald Trump saying he's the best president in U.S. history?
Oh, well, I think he's doing a fine job unifying the country.
What?
Well, back in my day, the country was at war. Stepping in was hard, but it was the best thing for the nation. Turned out pretty well, in my own opinion, which, of course, is important. Now, you're all divided once more, and I think Mr. Trump is doing his best in a difficult situation.
Wow.
And look, both of you, sitting together, on the same page, in the same time. It's the Emancipation Proclamation miracle.
Okay, look.
How could you even say that? The Emancipation Proclamation was literally a scare tactic to the southern states that seceded from the United States. The only reason the slaves were freed was because the southern generals on their high horses, quite literally, didn't rejoin the northern states on their own accord. Also, it was only freeing 78% of the slaves in the U.S. Now please get your slightly racist ass off my desk.
Well, I never. I freed the slave.
Well, damn. Wait, if you knew all that, then why the hell did you invite him on the desk?
I liked his hat, and he didn't even wear it.
It all makes sense now. The agenda will be right back.
Last week, Ohio's own City on the Lake made national news. It was announced that the Cleveland Indians would be removing longtime mascot Chief Wahoo from their uniforms and stadium signs starting in the 2019 season. This has spurred renewed controversy regarding whether or not the logo is racist, but that debate isn't exactly brand new. In fact, footage from April 11th of last year shows how Indians fans reacted to Chief Wahoo protesters on opening day, and I don't think anything quite sums up the disagreements as well as this video.
Save the Chief! Save the Chief!
Go try! It's a caricature! Get over it! Get up! You think every Irish person rags on a Notre Dame logo? You're a jerk! Don't tell me to shove up! Who the f*** are you, loser? You're a f***ing loser! Go off! You're a f***ing loser! This is racist! Go home!
So, besides making Cleveland look super great in the eyes of the world, those responses are pertinent in today's matters. Despite being from almost a year ago, the tension and arguments in that video haven't changed. So, seeing as those rants are emblematic of the issue, we're going to dissect those fans' reactions. We'll ignore the fact that just about all of the angry screamers were old white people, except for the fact that I just said it, but we're going to focus on this guy. Now, he's my favorite. He's had a lot to say, and it was pretty typical of today's arguments, so we're going to delve into it. Before we get to that, however, I do just want to point out the irony of a man in a Dallas Cowboy shirt dismissing people's claims that Native Americans are discriminated. That is picture perfect. I love it. As for what he's actually saying, 3 things stick out. The first, and I'll go for low-hanging fruit here, is that he called the protester he was yelling at a loser, which is funny considering it looks like he was going to a baseball game alone on a Tuesday. Yes, I checked. Opening day 2017 was a Tuesday. The second is that one of his defenses for Chief Wahoo is that Irish people don't consider the University of Notre Dame's logo offensive. Now, this is a classic white people argument that's used against changing controversial things, like why change the Redskins name when the Vikings are still going to be around? Well, those people don't seem to understand that teams embodied by white mascots are named after one of 3 things: a mythical creature, a position or job that they held, or, well, what that group of people is officially called. We officially call them Vikings, so the team is called the Vikings. We don't officially call Native Americans Redskins. That's wrong and offensive. They're using the slippery slope argument. Now, in his slippery slope approach, Dallas Cowboys guy is referring to what's appropriately called the leprechaun. You know, because it's a leprechaun, that mythological creature from Irish folklore that has nothing to do with the actual Irish ethnic group, that not real and non-representative facet of Irish culture. Not to mention, the leprechaun isn't even under much fire at all, and it looks like Notre Dame is cutting down on their use of it. Hell, I wasted 20 minutes on the university website, and I couldn't find the damn logo anywhere. Even on the article for the leprechaun, where you'd think it might show up, there's just a small picture of a dude in a green top hat and pants. He's not even trying to be a leprechaun. He just looks like he's going out for St. Patty's Day. Now, the third and final thing he said that stuck out was that those offended by Chief Wahoo should just get over it because it's a caricature. But that's its own problem. A caricature is not meant to flatter or accurately represent anyone. In fact, multiple defining sources, including the Oxford dictionaries, define a caricature as a picture, description, or imitation of a person in which certain striking characteristics are exaggerated in order to create a comic or grotesque effect. And even more negatively, it's also defined as a ludicrous or grotesque version of someone or something. So at best, Chief Wahoo is making fun of the Native American race, and at worst, it's outright degrading them. And I mean, look at him. Regardless of your feelings on the Washington Redskins debate, the word redskin is defined as a dated and offensive term, and Chief Wahoo is the visual representation of redskin. I don't know. I can't make anyone compassionate or even caring about this issue, but maybe I can take a more direct approach. I'll say this. If you think Chief Wahoo isn't racist, or you're offended by the removal of a symbol that offends many others, you might be, as Dallas Cowboys man so eloquently put it,
you're a f***ing loser!
Well, everybody, that's our show for tonight. But stay tuned. We have special material for you in the coming months. It's going to be a good semester.
Yep, it's been a bit since January 1st, but Alex and I have been sticking to our New Year's resolutions.
I haven't openly laughed at anyone's misery yet this year.
And I've made eye contact with the clerk at Giant Eagle every time I've been there.
I haven't hit Aaron once.
And I've been channeling my aggression over Alex's insults into healthy coping mechanisms, like daily exercise and smoking.
What's important to remember is that the agenda is going to have a fun, clean, non-controversial season. No twists, no turns, just good family fun.
Damn right. Darn right.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Stay warm out there.
And good night from the agenda.
Hey.
There's so much room over here, guys.
I know.